Shalom, family trendsetter. All praises be to the Most High Power Hashem for allowing us to see another day. Now, I haven't been on YouTube much as far as doing commentary due to the fact that my phone was broken. I was trying to go back to basic because I'm really tired of being in a situation to have these devils be invasive in our lives, tracking us. Of course, every cell phone we use has a tracking device on it. These apps that you guys are downloading, they ask for permission to access your mic, your files, and even your texts and shit. And a lot of y'all accept because y'all so bent on being entertained. But anyway, I want to talk about these protests that's happening throughout the United States of America, as well as all around the world. I'm going to focus primarily here in the United States of America, the corporation. Now, I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of observation of who these rebel rousers really are. Now, if you notice back in the days, family, when we used to protest, besides the Baltimore situation with Freddie Gray, we never usually burn any buildings. We never usually vandalize anywhere because we're one thing with black folks, we have been conditioned to be afraid of the government, the police, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do anything to put ourselves in a position to be arrested. And if you notice how many so-called Caucasians is out and about with us, with our plight, which is to a degree, and I'm gonna be honest with you, to a degree, I welcome them. Because see, when they come out on our behalf, I think the message is heard. But what I'm noticing is that a lot of these fires that's being set and these spray paint and vandalism is being done by these hybrids and shit. Now, do I have a problem with it? Hell no, I don't. Because you know what? If the message is going to be heard by them doing what they're doing and our people following them, because they're the leaders of the vandalism, they're the one that's creating anarchy. And if our people want to follow suit, I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Because at the end of the day, when we was protesting with signs and walking and marching and shit, that shit ain't had no effect. To me, when you protest, you have to use some kind of force that will be acknowledged. You can't be protesting and kumbayaing and praying to Jesus and holding hands and having a word of prayer. Man, listen, prayer is powerful, but there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. So I have no problem with these devils, going around and starting fires. I do have a problem, however, that they had to wait for situations such as this to decide, okay, let's pick up the torch and run with the so-called black people. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's effective what they're doing because they're getting worldwide attention. And the good thing about it, family, the beauty about this whole situation is that a lot of these protesters are being caught on cameras. However, a lot of the arrests is so-called black people. You know how it is, family. We always get the shitty end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, to a degree, I welcome these devils doing what they do best, which is to create anarchy. But on the flip side of it, family, we got to understand that we are going to be the one to get the ramification of all of this. You know what I'm saying? They're going to literally target us because it's going to be a race war. Y'all don't understand. I predicted in the past that in 2019, I made a video in November. As a matter of fact, I went back to that video. It was in November of 2019, according to man's calendar. I made a video telling y'all that before our new year begun, which would have been in April, that something major was going to happen. Something major did that the whole world was going to be talking about. I got to keep reminding y'all in case I tell y'all some more shit that the Most High tell me to tell y'all. Y'all should listen. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that y'all need to go out there and prepare. As a matter of fact, way before even 2019, I was telling y'all to go out there and stack up on food items. You know what I'm saying? Plant seeds and, just get non-perishable food items set aside in the event you can't go out and about. Now, the coronavirus came, still here somewhat, but at the end of the day, people are getting used to this shit. After a while, it's like old news, you know what I'm saying? So now they had to come up with something else. And remember when I made that video showing y'all the military vehicles on 295 in Maryland heading towards Baltimore? And I was telling y'all that they're preparing for something big, you know what I'm saying, martial law. Everywhere you look, there was military activity. Every city, especially in the urban city, you had the militarized, going around and staging, literally waiting for this particular moment. So don't think for a moment that this shit is not orchestrated. Don't think for a moment this shit wasn't planned. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so coincidental, right? That all these military activities, I showed y'all videos, I'm sure some of y'all seen other videos where you had military out and about, literally transiting to certain areas of the United States of America, the corporation, and like I said, majority of urban cities, right? And now here you have today, all of a sudden now, because of the anarchy, because these motherfuckers are paying these rebel rousers, right, to go out there and cause issues. As a matter of fact, there was a video showing a police officer dressing up in black, all black, with an umbrella, and he had a gas mask on, breaking AutoZone glass, and he was confronted by a black man, and I guess he got, when you corner a rat, they're ready to fight. To show you that they are staging this shit. This shit is all orchestrated. They said George Soros is behind it. They had another interview of a devil half-breed saying that he was paid to go out there, and protest and start riots and so forth. So this shit is real. And it only makes sense. It only makes sense because they know we're peaceful protesters. They know we don't go out there and do anything fucked up. But because a black man was killed and, they wanted to be where they cause worldwide anarchy, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the powers that be do. They try to divide and conquer us. All these, sometimes you see police shootings and shit, they always broadcast it on the news because they want black people to get angry at white people. And, of course, divide and conquer actually works, because if you have two set of races, two set of species fighting amongst each other, you cannot unite them together because, first of all, we're different, number one. And number two, if you keep us separated, we'll continue to fight and take the focus off of them. You know what I mean? So, family, this shit right here that's going on is all stage, okay? It's all stage. Problem, reaction, and then they get a solution by putting your ass in FEMA camp or in jail. You feel what I'm saying? So, family, what I would suggest to y'all, that y'all try not to go out there too much, because now they actually, taking pop shots at us, shooting at us and shit, okay? These devils, these white supremacists now, they're going into the protest crowd and they have guns and they're going to be taking pop shot at us. So we have to be very, very careful, when we're out and about, trying to get our word across, because, I'm telling you, they have more weapons than we do. Now, niggas got weapons. We got weapons, but not the kind of weapons that these devils have. You know what I'm saying? Because they're such a cowardly species of mankind, they have to protect themselves. It's almost like, when a virus doesn't belong, it will do everything to develop a defense mechanism to survive. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always, calling the police on us for no reason and shit. You out there in the park, bird watching, and the devil not following the rules because the rules are not applied to them because they have privilege. I mean, I'm telling you, family, listen. I don't really want to talk much about them because they are helping the plight. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is putting a spirit on these devils to work with us as opposed to against us in this particular situation. So I'm going to just give credit where credit is due. I do welcome their presence because, again, when they speak, people hear. When we speak, we get shot. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to understand, family, listen, we have to be very, very careful and vigilant because you are amongst your enemy. You cannot think for a moment that we're okay because they're, kumbaya with you and shit, or not even kumbaya in this case and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Not because they fighting amongst you, you think that they're your friend. They're not. They're still our mortal enemy. Shit, they could be walking in the crowd and sticking a knife in your side. You have to be very, very careful. And before I go, you're commanding thief, right? You notice how quick the President Bone Spur ran into the motherfucking bunker. That's to show I tell you, man, commanding thief. That's why I don't call him commander in chief, because there's nothing about him that spells command, command and shit. I mean, he'll tell you what to do, but he won't lead by example. This man died so many wars and shit, right? Talk about he had bone spur. Everybody else went out there and served the military. I don't know how the fuck you can become a president when you're not a leader. You know what I'm saying? You haven't experienced war. This motherfucker talk about he want to send out the troops. Don't know nothing about military except what he see on TV. But yesterday he want to command the troops to go out there and protect the White House. You see how quick he ran like a little bitch into the bunker? That should show you how cowardly a lot of these politicians are. they puff up their chest and, oh, you know, we're going to pass laws. But when it comes down to fighting, picture one of these politicians in a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? These big belly, overweight, doofy ass, unhealthy, pig belly motherfuckers talk about they want to run a country, and they so scared. Every time when something pop off, they're running for cover and shit. You know what I mean, family? That's why I tell you, man, I know we're in the last days. I'm telling you, family, 2020 is going to be a year that everybody going to be talking about. Like I told y'all before, 2020 going to be a year everybody going to be talking about. And next thing that's going to happen is something miraculous, something supernatural is about to occur. Stay tuned for that, family, because I'm telling you, this is just a pretest. What they're doing, to be honest with you, what they're actually doing, they're trying to get everybody indoor because something is coming. Something is coming, and y'all need to start looking up. All right? But stay tuned for the other videos. I don't want to go too long on this video in the event this shit don't get uploaded because, again, you know, YouTube be fucking with my channel. But again, family, just be prepared for what's to come. There is going to be a race war, unfortunately, and there's going to be a lot of casualties. You just got to start, you know, preparing to be indoors and shit. Start stacking up on food items. Take out that Monopoly money that's about to crash soon enough, and start, you know, getting your family ready and shit. Gear up for the long haul because, you know, it's about to get real. If you could go out there and get yourself a weapon to protect your family, do so if you can. If you're a law-abiding citizen able to purchase a firearm, I'm sure they're gonna give you a hard road to go, a hard way to go and shit, because they don't want you arming yourself. But they will give a white person with mental illness, because that's always their defense and shit. Well, you had a mental illness, so we have to let them go. They will give somebody with mental illness and criminal background weapons, but they won't give us that, you know, law-abiding citizen weapon. But you need to protect yourself, family, because it's about to get real. And with that, I say shalom.